Morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming this morning. My name is Paige. I am the Business Development and Marketing Officer for Soil Association, Beauty and Wellbeing. And today I'm going to be talking to you about how our organic certification for cosmetics is a remedy to greenwashing in the beauty industry. Some of you might already know what greenwashing is. I know that there's other talks on this today on the agenda, but some of you might not. So first of all, I'm going to run through what greenwashing is. Then I'm going to look at why it's a particular issue in the beauty industry, and also why it's an issue that beauty brands today really do need to be aware of. And then I will run through how our certification, like I said, is a remedy to the issue. So first of all, what is greenwashing? Greenwashing is actually defined by Oxford Dictionary as disinformation disseminated by an organisation so as to present an environmentally responsible public image. So essentially, it's various marketing tactics employed by a brand to try and present an eco-friendly image, even if this is far different to their reality. There are many examples of this. A recent one in the UK is the Innocence Movies TV advert that was banned. So the drinks company Innocence Movies claimed that their plastic bottles helped the environment, but they were able to give no elaboration on this or any evidence as to how this was the case. It was a very vague claim, so the ASA actually pulled their TV advert where they made this claim. You might see some examples like this 100% eco-friendly label on products. It's really vague. It doesn't explain how they're eco-friendly. It's just a sticker that a company has slapped on with no real evidence. And there's another example here with the 100% natural product label, which doesn't have any sort of accreditation to back that up. So I said previously, greenwashing is a particular problem in the beauty industry. And the reason for this is that claims like green, clean are really unregulated, as are the terms organic and natural. So did you know that a company can have just 1% organic ingredients in their beauty product, and they can still say it is organic on the label? This is completely different from the food industry, where organic is a heavily regulated term. A strict set of standards have to be met in order for a food product to be labelled organic. That's not the case, however, in the beauty industry. And it's actually the same with the term natural as well. A beauty product can have just 1% ingredients that are naturally derived, but the company would still legally be allowed to say it is a natural product on the label. Now, what is quite promising, but also interesting, is that consumers are becoming more aware of greenwashing as a dirty marketing tactic. So these are some stats I picked out from the 2022 Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Market Report. The Soil Association releases this report every year. The 2023 one will be released at the start of next year. 52% of consumers say they don't trust brands to be honest about their environmental impact. And 38% of shoppers have said they have stopped purchasing certain brands due to ethical or sustainability concerns. However, what's interesting is of that 52% who said they don't trust brands, 42% of that group said they would be encouraged by recognisable third-party certification that proved a brand's sustainability standards and showed that the brand was meeting a certain third-party standard. So this is where we come in. So Soil Association certifies to the Cosmos Organic and Cosmos Natural standard. This is the largest international standard for organic and natural cosmetics. It certifies 80% of the global organic and natural cosmetics market across 70 countries, as is shown on the map here. Soil Association is a founding member of the standard, and it is also the only UK-based body that certifies to the Cosmos standard. So you might have heard of some of our European partners who also certify to the standard, for example, EcoCert, but we are actually the only UK-based certification body that certifies to Cosmos. So I'll run through what the difference between the standards are. So Cosmos Organic, to be certified to the standard, a beauty product must have 95% physically processed agricultural ingredients that are organic in its formula. So what this means is it's raw materials from agriculture that have gone through a physical process like blending or crushing. Examples are things like shea butter and oils. So they must be organic to be in the product, and there is a list of ingredients in the Cosmos Organic standard that have to be organic in order for the product to be organic. So for example, you couldn't put non-organic shea butter in a Cosmos Organic product. 20% of the overall ingredients in a formulation have to be organic, and the reason this figure is lower is because it takes into account other ingredients that make up a lot of cosmetic formulations that can't be classed as organic, such as water. Soil Association certification, we are an organic certification body first and foremost. We always push for cosmetic brands to certify to the Cosmos Organic standard because we believe it is the gold standard of sustainability. Organic farming is better for the planet, it is better for biodiversity and protecting nature's key workers, and a product with this logo is also guaranteed to have no animal testing throughout the supply chain. So that is another guarantee you can give to consumers by certifying to the standard. Now, as for the Cosmos Natural standard, unlike organic, there isn't a minimum requirement for organic ingredients, but many Cosmos Natural products do still contain organic ingredients. One of the main reasons this standard exists is it's for products that have a high percentage of natural origin ingredients that can't be considered organic, like I said previously with water, because they're not farmed. To be classed as organic, an ingredient has to come from agriculture, it has to have been farmed in a certain way. Things like water, salt and clay, they're all naturally derived, but they can't be classed as organic. However, the Cosmos Natural standard guarantees the same no animal testing and also the same restrictions on petrochemicals and GM ingredients that you get with the Cosmos Organic standard, and also the same guarantee that no vulnerable endangered plants have been used in the formulation. So certifying to these standards not only guarantees to your consumer that you're using ingredients that have been sourced responsibly and you're using a certain percentage of those ingredients, it also shows that you have committed to a yearly audit of your products, a yearly inspection, and that your whole supply chain, from the farm to the face, has been inspected, and that you are adhering to the highest standards of environmental protection at each stage in that supply chain. So, for example, in your processing facilities, which all have to be certified Cosmos as well, there has to be effective environmental management systems in place, like waste management and water management, and bleaches, toxic chemicals can't be used for the cleaning in those facilities. So it's really rigorous, and it really does look at the whole supply chain, not just the finished product. So the Soil Association difference, like I said, there are other bodies that certify to Cosmos, and there are other organic and natural standards out there, but like I said, Cosmos is the largest international one. So we are split into two in the Soil Association. There is Soil Association certification, which is a registered business. That's where your certification fees go. but a percentage of those certification fees go back into the Soil Association charity, a not-for-profit that campaigns for better food systems, better farming systems, and better animal welfare standards in farming. And it also goes back into initiatives like the Food for Life scheme, which campaigns for access to better food in public institutions like schools. So just to sum up what I've gone through today, greenwashing is an issue that consumers are becoming more acutely aware of, and they are looking for third-party certification to back up environmental claims that beauty brands make. Soil Association Cosmos Organic and Natural is a way to easily guarantee to your consumers that you are environmentally friendly and that you're considering the environment at each stage of your production process. So thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, do please fire away. I'll go to the gentleman at the back first.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you actively promoting Cosmos globally so it gets more empowered?
Yes, absolutely. That is something that Soil Association is doing, and we're actually working very closely with Cosmos at the moment on promoting the standard in the US, where currently it has some market traction, but not a lot in comparison to Europe. The standard's very popular in Europe, even more so than the UK, actually. But that is sort of our next big target, is to break into the US market.
And China?
And China. We do actually certify, so we do certify some Eastern brands. Soil Association certifies a Taiwanese brand called Naveen, which are really cool. You should check them out. They do reusable face masks. So yeah, it's a global standard, and it covers all these markets all around the world. And this lady here, please.
Hi, I'm Emma from the BCMPA,
Hi.
the Association for Contract Manufacturing, Packing, Fulfillment and Logistics. Rolls off the tongue. I just wanted to ask a question. Obviously, our members are third-party contract manufacturers and packers. If they get Cosmos Organic, which we're seeing a growth in, does that have to apply to all their manufacturing, or does it apply to part?
I am not 100% sure. I think it has to apply to all of it.
The whole facility?
The whole facility.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. I can give you my business card after if you want to.
Good.
And I can check with someone who knows more about that side of it than I do.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, many thanks.